a whole lot of confusion. All kinds of Muslims. Probably as many different kinds of Muslims as there are makes and models of cars, when there's supposed to be one God. So that means there should be only one religion. God, if there is a God, this God would bring to us what we need. These 400-some-year-old people, the descendants of slaves in America, because our situation is different from the Arabs and Prophet Muhammad, Jesus and the Jews. We need our own revelation. We don't need an old-time religion. We need a new-time religion. Something dedicated to us, coming from us, so nobody else can make a claim. And you want to know something? If you allow yourself, your mind to open up, black man and woman of America, the descendants of slaves, if you allow yourself, if we allow ourselves, not one person, there is no Jesus for us, there is no Muhammad for us. We are the prophets, we are the messengers, we are the people. I got a little bit of the revelation, you got a little bit of the revelation. If you stop allowing your mind to be enslaved by these enslavers, Islam is your enslaver, Christianity is your enslaver, all these religions are your enslavers. They enslave your mind. So since you are a slave, you have cut off your connection to that which created you. That what makes a person a slave, because you've been cut off from what makes you who you are. And now you live solely for the benefit of your oppressor. I'm not going to be nobody's slave. No slave to Mohammed, no slave to Jesus, no slave to nobody. I have a connection, just like they do, direct to the Father, if that's what you want to call him, himself or herself. There is no prejudice and bias with me. God can be a woman just as well as a man. In fact, God should have no gender at all. A gender is only needed for reproduction, and God don't have to reproduce like that. We refuse to think for ourselves because we get emotional, and that's how the preachers and the pastors and the ministers and even the politicians, they deceive you by manipulating your emotion, causing you fear, causing you sadness, causing you happiness, mess with your emotions. And since you don't know how to control your emotions, and when you are emotional, you don't think as a rational person. You don't have critical thinking. You lose common sense, and you become a bouncing ball, bouncing off the wall, going anywhere the wind blows. Emotion hinders thinking. And that's why we jumping in church and always hollering and screaming in these mosques. You're not even listening to what the speaker is saying. You're just bouncing. Allahu Akbar. What did he say? Well, you don't even know. What did the preacher just say? All the music, all the shouting. Nobody don't even know what's going on. They play on your emotion. Black power, family. Kill the white man. Playing on your emotion. You're not thinking about the reality of your situation. You're in la-la land. You're in fiction land. You're dealing with a vicious enemy who is not emotional. He is planning on you today and years ahead. Let me tell you, let me say that again. He is planning on this devil since the white man plans years ahead, you have no idea when you get there if you just naturally fall into place. But he's been planning on doing whatever he plans on doing to us years in advance, little by little, and it becomes a way of life. So now you so happy to be a Christian. And at one time, Islam was a troublemaker for him. But now he knows how to deal with that type of mentality. And now you're just a Christian Muslim. You are not effective no more. You just something that's in the way. We would rather look dumb than admit our wrong. I have never come before you and told you that I'm the all-knowing. I've never said that because I don't want to look dumb being wrong. Have you ever debated somebody or discussed something with somebody, or you were in school and instead of trying to learn the correct answer, you just stand there and look dumb? Then admit, I'm wrong, I need to find the right solution. But that's what many of us do. Because if you ever decide to have a silver and quarter discussion, that's where I'm going to take you to the dumb-looking road. But you don't have to go there. You can just admit, well, at this time, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with saying, look, I don't know. I didn't think about it that way. So why don't you think about it that way? But see, we have become loyal to these religious and political belief systems. And if we are proven incorrect, if we are proven wrong, we'd rather look dumb than think for ourselves. We refuse and scared to think for yourself. Why are you so scared to think for yourself? Excuse me a second. Why? Why is it so difficult to think for yourself? You have become a professional plagiarist. Because what comes out of your mouth is not your word. That's why you got to quote, well, the Quran said this, and the Bible said that. Sheikh so-and-so said this. Pastor so-and-so said that. You plagiarize other people's words. I hear people all the time using the Nation of Islam as an example. These people sound just like a Louis Farrakhan DVD. And if Louis Farrakhan, if they have not heard the answer in a Louis Farrakhan video, they look dumb. Because they can't think for themselves. They never thought outside. They never thought outside of Louis Farrakhan, which makes you a slave. Slave to another man's thoughts. Slave to another man's deeds. Another man's errors. Another man's mistakes. When you should be yourself. I don't want nobody coming into this ministry looking for answers from me. We're looking for answers among ourselves. I will say it again. We're looking for answers among ourselves. The creation or the God in you talk to you. The God in you don't talk to me. You got to tell me what God is saying to you, but you can't when you copying somebody else. Stop copying these people. Be yourself. said to black folks, be yourself. Know